Hello people, this is to my Insta Solutions, Insta question, Biochemistry number 2. Which of the following has the strongest tendency to lose electrons? A. Cytochrome C. B. Flavin adenine dinucleotide. C. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. D. Oxygen. This question is based on the electron transport chain. Let me tell you how the electron transport chain has been fixed. If you think about the inner membrane of the mitochondria, you have complex 1, complex 3 and complex 4. 1, 3 and 4 as fixed complexes. Between complex 1 and 3, you will be having a floating complex called as CoQ. Between 3 and 4, there is one more floating complex called as cytochrome C. Here in this area, you will have a second complex also which can offer electrons. Now, if at all NADH plus H plus is the one who is offering the electrons to the electron transport chain, then the electrons will travel through the complex 1, they'll go to the complex CoQ, then they'll go to complex 3, and then they'll go to cytochrome C, and they'll come to complex 4, and ultimately offer the electrons to the oxygen, where oxygen is converted into water. Or if FADH2 is the one who provides electrons to the electron transport chain, then it will be skipping the complex 1. The electrons will travel from 2 to CoQ to complex 3 to cytochrome C and then to complex 4 and then to oxygen, again producing water molecule. So my point here is electrons are traveling from either complex 1 to 2 to 4 through floating complexes, or they'll travel from 2 to 3 to 4 through floating complexes to reach ultimately oxygen. Here you have to understand the direction of the movement is decided by the rule that the electrons will always travel from a lower redox potential area to a higher redox potential area. So it means if it is NADH to begin with, then complex 1 is the first position where the electrons have reached. From there, they'll try to reach oxygen ultimately. If FADH2 is offering the electron to the complex 2, from complex 2 the electrons are ultimately going to reach the oxygen. So here oxygen has the highest redox potential and NADH or FADH2 will be having the least oxidoreductase potential. And what exactly is the redox potential referred to as? The redox potential speaks about the ability of that pair to accept electrons very efficiently. So when I say this area is a high redox potential area, it means oxygen has the strongest tendency of gaining the electrons. That makes NADH or FADH2 has the strongest tendency to lose electrons. So here NADH has the strongest tendency of losing electrons, closely followed by FADH2, and then comes cytochrome C between that of complex 3 and complex 4, and ultimately the one who will not be able to lose a lot of electrons would be oxygen, because oxygen has the strongest tendency of accepting electrons. So the answer here would be option C, followed by option B, then followed by option A, ultimately go to oxygen. But the best answer is always option C. Thank you.